Hey, welcome back to Minecraft, where I got a bit carried away last time. I've already done the entire floor. I had planned to do it at the start of this video and kind of go over my base idea for it, and then do it in maybe like a big time lapse or something, but I just did it. Like, I was fiddling around with it at the end of last video, and I cut it short because it took a long time, admittedly. There were a lot of calculations involved to make sure that all of this was to line up and be somewhat symmetrical and fit, and it meant basically redoing all of this about 4 times over, which would not have translated well into a video at all. But you can kind of see this basic pattern. The most I had planned out ahead of time was this. If you just look at one segment, one 2x2 of the amethyst, you can see the pattern. There's a 4x4 of amethyst, a 3x3 of calcite, another 4x4 of amethyst, 3x3, 4x4, 3x3, 4x4, and now a looping. And then on the inside, I would do a 2x2, then 1 block, 2x2, 1 block, 2x2, 1 block, 2x2, 1 block. And that makes up this basic pattern. And I would have tiled that across everything, but I had to alter it a little bit. See, I've only got this 2x3 because I just kept going with this same pattern of the 4x4s and then the 3x3 of calcite coming off of it. And I had to adapt things so that it would still fit and it would look good, and here we are. But maybe I should have explained that when I was doing it last time, but I didn't. Anyway, I've been going on long enough about this floor. So, in this video, I want to try and finish off the bulk of this keep bit here. So, the next thing that I have to do, well, aside from, the ceiling and the roof and all of that, I've left this bit of grey concrete here outside of the main pattern because this is going to have a big staircase taking me up and around. I had initially thought maybe in this area that I would have a big grand Y-shaped staircase, but it just looked a little dumb when I tried testing it in creative, so I'll go with a bit more subtle. Is that the right term? I don't know, but against the wall, on top of this grey concrete, I'll have a staircase going up. And I think there'll be 2 floors to the keep. I tried with 2 and I tried with 3. 2 felt a bit grand, 3 felt a bit cramped. I couldn't quite tell between them, so I think I'll go with 2 floors. And if I look through my stock here, I really don't have much material left. I've got a good bit of calcite, no amethyst, a good bit of grey concrete, not that much stone, a lot of dirt, and a good chunk of wood. Wood is primarily going to be used for the ceiling, not the ceiling, the roof, although maybe for the ceiling as well. And I might use the lanterns for lighting, but I started using glowstone, and it fits quite well. I like the purple with the yellow, on top of all the grayscale. So, maybe I'll use glowstone? Ooh, maybe I could use end rods. I just don't have any on me at the moment. Maybe. But I need to figure out what I'm building the stairs out of, and then build them. And then allocate where the floors are going to be. Oh, maybe I could use diorite. I typically stray away from diorite because it doesn't look all that good in most circumstances, and calcite is pretty perfect. But you can't make calcite stairs. I'm going to find some diorite and just test this. Right, so polished diorite stairs. I really did not get a lot out of that. I had a stack of diorite and it gave me nothing. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, and it doesn't necessarily clash with the calcite. It just doesn't look clean. It's cleaner than the base diorite, which just looks like bird poo. Maybe I will just go with the polished diorite stairs. But I don't like the kind of grid that it forms. And I don't like that it doesn't line up either. But, fine, I'll deal with it. It works. I forget how tall the wall is. 15 blocks. So 7 per layer. I need to get myself some more diorite. Right, so that's the staircase done. And I can see the second floor can start here. And then I'll have like rafters up here for the roof. Yeah, maybe. And I should clarify, when I say second floor, yes, it is a second floor. It will be walkable space, but it's not a second floor the way you would have in a house. It's more like the second floor you would have in a parlor, or... yeah, I'm not really sure how to put it. The second floor of a theatre, like a big theatre. Like a big proper proscenium arch sort of theatre. Basically just a big walkway around the side. That's an easy way to put it, it's easy to visualize. Although it'll probably be about 10 or so blocks thick. Yeah. And that might be where I have a bunch of, like, sorting system logic and whatnot. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this building. But, yeah. Now I'm wondering if I should make this second layer out of calcite. It would make everything very white, so maybe not. But what else could I make it out of? Because I've got 3 things that I could do other than calcite, being concrete, stone, or wood. I can't really test them all. Well, here's some wood. Here's some stone. Ooh, deep slate. I hadn't considered deep slate. No, that wouldn't look very good. Maybe I don't do it out of oak wood. Maybe I do it out of birch wood. So then it's still a lighter wood, and it's not so intrusive. Yeah, then I'm gonna need to go get some birch wood. Right, so I got the birch wood. Now let's see how it looks. Oh, and wood can make the fences around the outside too, yeah. That doesn't look all that bad. And if I wrap this all the way around, how much would it be encroaching on the space? Probably not much, because at the moment it's 7 wide here. And that's not encroaching at all. I might go 10. Yeah. Okay, I don't have enough birchwood to fill this in. Okay. I can start to visualize that. I'm just going to bring it out in line with there so I can see fully how much it does. Yeah, that's not bad. It leaves a decent amount of space in the middle for whatever I might need. And if I take that and wrap it around the whole area, there's probably going to be a lot of space. Although, it's a little bit more cramped than I would like. Maybe if I only did 9 instead of 10. Man, I cannot wait until Swift Sneak is a thing. This would be so much easier. Okay, it looks more or less the same, but it does look a bit bigger. And I think I'll go with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Because it does still leave quite a lot of room up here to work with, while still keeping that open feel to everything. And then when I go even higher up to the rafters, it's going to be like 3 wide bits of wood, and at that point it's probably going to be logs to support it. So yeah, I think I'll keep going with this, although I'm going to need a lot more birch wood. Thankfully, right next to spawn is a big birch forest that I can tear down. Okay, 3 stacks might be enough, although I only had 1 stack before and that didn't get me very far. I'll get a little more. Okay, 5 stacks. That seems like enough. Alright, so now with the wireframe in, I'm not too sure about this, how tight this bit is, but it's not bad. Maybe I could make it slightly thin around here. No, then I'd have to mess with things to make it all symmetrical, but it's fine. It's workable, and that's all that matters. I do like this out here. This fits quite well. The size of that. It's just, this is a little thin. But anyway, I think I will still go through with this. I mean, I did get all of this birchwood after all. And there we go. And I don't have much birch left. I got that almost dead on the nose. But I do still need a little bit more because I'm going to put a fence around this. And seeing it like this now, it looks substantially different. But I kind of like it. And yes, it certainly doesn't encroach on the grandness of the main floor. And still a substantial amount of room. So, I'm pleased with this. Now comes detailing. So, first I'm just going to put a fence around here. I would like to do a bit more. Actually, maybe it should be a different type of wood for the fence. Or maybe not even wood in the first place. Yeah, so I just made a bunch of birch fence for almost nothing. I can probably find a use for this elsewhere. Because I'm going to be making, like, farmhouses and such to go in the residential district. So, I'll probably need fences somewhere. I should probably get some lighting for underneath here. Yeah, hanging lanterns. They always look nice. I do have to put lanterns in more than just the corners, but this kind of works. Wait, where's the middle ground between these two? I don't have one, so I'm just gonna put one and one here. More or less equidistant. Okay, now I've got lanterns all the way around. Doesn't look that bad. This corner bit looks a little bit off because of the way that I had to place all of the lanterns to fit with the pattern and everything, but everywhere else looks pretty good. I might have to change this door so that it's, you know, centered, because it's not currently. Or is it? It is, actually. I'm not too sure how I can fix the lanterns around here, because the stairs are in the way. So I guess I'll just leave it. And where did this guy come from? He's selling crap anyway. Anyway, that was a small tangent. I need to figure out what I'm doing up here. I might use diorite walls. Actually, can calcite be used for anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe if I had a stone cutter? But even then, I'm not that sure. How do I make a stone cutter? 3 stone and 1 iron. Nope, calcite does nothing in the stone cutter. Calcite walls would have looked so much better, but I guess I'll do it with diorite. Wait, does it not let me do it with diorite? Oh, maybe I can't do it with polished diorite. Okay, I have some unpolished diorite. Yep, and it lets me. But that just looks like bird poo. I don't... I'll see. How does it look? No, it looks terrible. Okay, let's see if Deep Slate can make walls. Maybe not. Maybe it has to be the cobbled Deep Slate. Yep, it has to be cobbled Deep Slate. And cobbled Deep Slate, doesn't look as bad as I thought, but not sure what to do for that. For the ring around there. And I want to have something, because having nothing doesn't look finished. If I could do it with, like, grey concrete, that would be perfect, but I can't. Maybe I could do it with these chains. It's expensive, yeah, but maybe I could. Something like that. Maybe if I double it up, I might do that with a slab. No, that still looks too big. I don't know. And if I am to make a wall up here, I want to be able to jump over it. Maybe I could just do the good old-fashioned fence with a carpet. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'll do that later. Because I really can't figure this out. I want to fill in these holes because I keep falling into them and it's annoying me. So, what do I fill them in with? You know, I'm thinking Deep Slate. Maybe cobbled Deep Slate. Yeah, cobbled Deep Slate. Okay, that's the floor filled in. And looking at this from above, it actually looks pretty good. Okay, when you can actually make out the texture, that is. Yeah. I quite like it. So now, I think I might do the roof. Yeah. I'm not too sure how to make it, but I can try. And I'm definitely going to do the roof out of oak wood. And I'm going to need some dark oak as well. So I got to go back to my base to find that dark oak forest. Okay, I mined a lot more dark oak than I probably need, because I'm using it for more than just the roof. Right, that might be all the dark oak stairs that I need. I might need more, I don't know. Certainly need a lot of oak stairs. And maybe slabs too. So, in terms of making a roof, having an L shape like this isn't ideal. I mean, people work with much weirder shapes, but I'll have to resort to just the standard A-frame approach. And the reason why I've got slabs is so that I don't end up making an A-frame that's about 20 blocks high. Because if I do stairs, then a slab, stairs, then a slab, stairs, then a slab, it... what would be the equation for the rise? It would be like 2y equals x. Anyway, it basically goes across by 2 every time it goes up by 1. No, y equals 2x. Yeah. But for this thinner bit, I might make it just be y equals x. If that makes sense. It'll just be stairs going up, as opposed to stairs and slabs. Yeah. And then with this broad face, I might have to just put a corner in. Because typically an A-frame is centered on a face, so if it's off to the side, it might not look very good. But then if I just had a big L-shaped roof, it wouldn't be very good either. I don't know. I'll start over on this edge. Okay, so this is the first A-frame. Get a good feel away from it. And from this distance, it's not too big, but I still don't like the size of it. And you can see with this sort of shape, it always goes up at a 45-degree angle. So if I was to translate that to the wide end, it would be significantly larger. And if the roof is larger than the wall itself, it doesn't look very good at all. And then I have to fill in that bit there, and it, by the end of it, it just looks crap. So I want to make this a little smaller. Okay, so now with the second A-frame, you can see that it's a shallower angle, and I think I'll go with that angle. I left the other one there for reference. It's not as clean as the 45-degree angle, but as a whole, it sort of blends into a solid line. So I think I'll go with that. I kind of like the shape that this is making now, but something seems off about the top there. Oh, I see what I did wrong. There we go, that's fixed. I like that. It's enough that it adds that extra bit of height without really encroaching on all that much left. Yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of throwing words out there and not really meaning anything by it, but I can tell what I'm trying to say. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do sort of the rest of the roof here. Or just of this little outcrop. So I've now done one small patch of the roof. And I like the way it's going. It doesn't look bad. And maybe if I put a few more of these dark oak stripes in there, it'd look even better. But yeah. And the jankiness of the angle that was created, like if I get back down to this angle, it looks janky when you're just looking at the dark oak, but looking at the roof as a whole, it just sort of fades away and looks like a tiered roof with the brief flatness in there. And I like it. I like the way it turned out. So now I just need to figure out how to do the big area of roof. And also, I quite like the idea of hanging a chandelier from the ceiling. Oh, hello, Skeletones. But this whole area is really coming together now that I'm doing some of the bigger bits. Because when it was just a big box, it looked pretty crap, even when I had the floor in, but adding some of the wood accents is very good. Or, well, they're not really accents. Like, the dark oak is an accent to the roof, but the roof isn't an accent to the building. I'm not really sure how to use that terminology correctly. So now I need to figure out the shape of the big roof. Yeah. And I think I will have it end in an A-frame over there. I'll just move the door so that it's a little bit more centered around that A-frame. Yeah, so the door would end up being about here. Oh, it wouldn't be that bad. It'll make this area be a bit more of like an outcropping. And I'm definitely going to need to use all of this dark oak that I've got. Well, maybe not all of it. I'll leave this... no, I might have to use that stack of logs. Yeah. And I'm also going to need more oak wood, because I used up pretty much all of it. I'll get all the oak wood later. I'll just figure out the dark oak stuff first. So, that was already a bit of a shallow angle, but if I want it to be more or less the same height, I'll need it to be an even shallower angle. So, if I look at this roof, I have 2 stairs, then a slab, 2 stairs, then a slab, 2 stairs, then a slab, all the way up. So if I just go stair, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, it might level out. And if it's a little taller, that's not that big of a deal, as long as it doesn't sort of dwarf the rest of this building. Okay. So that's what I have currently, going 1 stair, 1 slab, 1 stair, 1 slab, all the way up. It looks way too shallow. But if I compare the heights, it's almost the same height. I mean, it doesn't matter all that much. It's just, I would have liked to have a steeper roof. Oh well, it's fine. I can manage. And it hardly ate into my supply of dark oak, but I gotta do a lot more dark oak than just the initial A-frame. Right, so now I've done all the dark oak bits, and if you're wondering why I've got the bad omen effect now, it's because I had to kill some pillager scouts. Oh, creeper. And I should probably get some lighting in here pretty soon, because otherwise the mobs are probably going to kill me. So I really don't have enough wood to be doing the rest of the roof. And it's going to be a pretty big effort to get the rest of the wood for the roof. But I kind of want to finish the roof this video, so... yeah, I think I'll go get some more wood. So I managed to get all the wood. I don't think this will be enough for the roof, but I guess we'll see. Right, so I'm almost out of wood at the moment, and I've only done about half of the roof, and the short half at that. So I might have enough left to bridge this gap in here, but I wouldn't count on it. But anyway, this is a substantial amount of it. I don't think I'll be finishing the roof in this video. I might, as I say, just bridge the gap and leave it at that, but yeah. Also, there's a gap right there, and I'll probably have the same here that I need dark oak to fill. Right. Now I've done this corner, and I'd say that I'm done. I think this long edge here, it's really boring to just do the roof, so I'll probably do that between videos, because I've already been recording for 3 hours, and at least an hour of that is just building the roof, and is probably going to be cut. So I may as well just do it off camera instead of updating you all the time. And off camera I might also fill in the gaps here in the A-frames, but that's all just boring stuff that can go quite easily. But before I finish, I just want to show that this looks really good. The amount of times I flew back from gathering wood and I could see that, it looks like it's really coming together. Hang on, I'm just gonna go to, no, not creative mode, spectator mode, so that I can show it off a little easier. It just looks so much better now that there's an actual roof there. And I especially like following this sort of wavy diagonal going up here, where the two A-frames connect. And I thought it would look a little weird having the A-frame just jut out like that, but it doesn't, surprisingly. It would almost look weirder to just have it wrap around. So yeah, I quite like this. And on the inside, it also looks pretty good. I'll definitely put in some more detail work, both inside and outside, so that it doesn't look so bland. But this is coming along pretty well. And also, yeah, there's a pretty big mob problem because I haven't lit anything up. So that's another thing that I'll do off camera. So yeah, I think I'll end this video here. We did quite a lot. It was all work on the keep, but all worthwhile work. And thinking about it now, by the next video, the bulk of the keep is probably going to be done. So that means I'll probably be able to start work on the area as a whole out here. I'll probably start with the walls. Yeah. But that's it. So, bye.